Tom was a quiet boy who liked books more than football. He often walked alone in the school halls, thinking about stories and strange ideas. One hallway on the third floor had a door that was always locked. It was old, with dark wood and a broken handle. No teacher ever talked about it, and no student dared to ask. Tom, however, always wondered what was behind that door. One rainy afternoon, Tom was late for class. As he passed the old hallway, he saw something strange. The locked door was open, just a little, enough to see a bit of the room inside. His heart beat fast. He looked around. No one was there. Slowly, he pushed the door open and stepped inside. The room was dark and cold. Dust covered the floor and shelves. Old books sat quietly like they hadn't been touched in years. On one shelf, Tom saw black and white photos of people he didn't know. In the center of the room was a wooden box. It looked important. He walked toward it, careful not to make noise. He opened the box slowly. Inside, he found a small silver key, a folded paper, and a map. The paper was a letter. It said, "If you want the truth, follow the map." Tom's hands shook. He looked at the map. It showed a path through the school, ending at the basement, a place students were not allowed to go. Tom left the room quickly and went to class, but he couldn't stop thinking about the box. That night, he looked at the map again. He marked the path with a pencil. Tomorrow, he would go. He didn't know what he would find, but something inside him said it was important. He hid the map under his bed and tried to sleep. The next day, after school, Tom waited until the halls were empty. He followed the map, step by step. He passed classrooms, turned corners, and finally reached a small door near the stairs. It was old and dusty. He used the silver key. It fit perfectly. The door opened with a loud creak. Inside was a narrow staircase going down. Tom took a deep breath and walked down slowly. The air smelled old. At the bottom, he found another room. It was full of boxes, papers, and old school records. In the corner, there was a desk with a lamp. The lamp turned on by itself. Tom walked to the desk. On it was a notebook. He opened it and read. It was written by a student named Daniel from many years ago. Daniel wrote about strange things in the school. Voices at night, missing books, and the locked room. He believed the school was hiding something. Tom kept reading. Daniel said he found the box and the map too. But before he could learn the truth, he disappeared. No one knew where he went. Tom felt cold. He looked around the room. Was Daniel still here? Was someone watching him now? Suddenly, Tom heard a sound, a soft whisper. He turned quickly, but saw nothing. The lamp flickered. He grabbed the notebook and ran up the stairs. He didn't stop until he was outside the school. His heart was racing. He didn't know what he had found, but he knew it was real. That night, Tom read the notebook again. He decided to write his own notes. He wanted to learn more. He wanted to find Daniel. The school was quiet, but Tom knew it had secrets. And now, he was part of the mystery. Tom left school with the final map in his backpack. The sky was gray, and the wind was cold. He walked toward the forest, behind the old buildings. The trees were tall and quiet. No one else was there. He followed the path on the map, step by step. After 20 minutes, Tom reached a small stone wall. Behind it was a metal gate. The gate was old and rusty. He used the silver key again. It worked. The gate opened slowly. Inside was a garden with broken statues and wild plants. It felt forgotten. In the center of the garden was a small building. It looked like a chapel, but older. Tom walked to the door. It was unlocked. Inside, the air was cold. There were candles, books, and a large painting. The painting showed a group of students standing in front of the school. Tom looked closer. One of the students in the painting was Daniel. He looked older than in the photo. Under the painting was a note. "The truth is hidden in memory." Tom didn't understand. He searched the room and found a box under the floor. Inside was a tape recorder. He pressed play. Daniel's voice spoke again. "If you found this, you are ready." The school was part of a secret project. They used students to test memory control. I was one of them. I escaped. But they erased my past. I had to hide the truth. Tom sat down. His head was full of thoughts. The locked room, the map, the teacher. It all made sense now. The school had hidden its past. Daniel tried to stop them. Now it was Tom's turn. He had the notes, the photo, and the voice. He had proof. Tom returned to school the next day. He went to the principal's office and asked to speak. He showed the photo and played the tape. The principal looked shocked. "Where did you get this?" he asked. Tom said, "From the truth you tried to hide." The school started an investigation. Some teachers left. The locked room was opened. Inside were files, photos, and old machines. The truth came out. Students had been part of experiments many years ago. Daniel's name was finally cleared. Tom stood in front of the painting one last time. He looked at Daniel's face. "You didn't disappear," he whispered. "You left a path." Tom smiled. The mystery was solved, but the story would live on, in memory, in truth, and in every student who dared to ask.
If you enjoyed this story, please consider liking the video, leaving a thoughtful comment, and subscribing to the channel for more heartfelt narratives.